Damien Bartonek on behalf of Fox West Texas and the official host of MMA Monday, the only MMA show in San Angelo. I know it's been a little minute, but we're back with two special guests. And the first is none other than the machine gun himself, Chepe Mariscal. Hey man, 6-fight win streak, baby? Are you kidding me? How are you feeling, man, on this lovely Friday evening?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Yeah, it's hard to even explain, because what you want sometimes what you ask for you get, and I was asking my corner for like more like about push and training, like even my partner, like, hey, stamp me out of this like weak stuff, I just wanted to evolve as a fighter. I know when I was 10-6, I was like, this is a ridiculous record. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to retire and stuff like that. And man, me and my partner were like, you know what? We're gonna sit down and make these changes and see what happens. And then ever since then, just on a 6-win streak and fighting nothing but dogs. And yeah, I'm putting out a show.
Well, the beautiful thing too is not only is it a 6-fight win streak, but you've had four out of the last six, or four out of the six are finishes. So you're finishing fights. Not only that, you're getting bonuses. I do want to ask a little bit about the fight of the night bonus, though. Conor McGregor once said he doesn't really like fight of the night because he wants his victories to be clear. There is no fight of the night. For you, I want to know your mentality on that. Do you mind the bonus? I mean, hey, 50 G's is 50 G's, baby. But do you mind the bonus at all?
Yeah, man. Well, you got to look at it. Every storyline has its little things. Like right now, like it was a good bonus for just a regular fight. If it was for a title, maybe my thoughts would be different, or for, to get me on the rankings or something. I think my thoughts would be different. But it was a short notice. I knew like a lot of things were kind of sped up, especially for this opponent. I was doing a lot more of like cardio rounds for Gaethje and fighting a different style for him. So when we got to a camp, we had to change the style, more of a kickboxer, more of a guy who's a great counter fighter. He was a lot better. Well, I think this was the best version of himself. So I was like, damn, he's shredded. He looks calculated. I was like, all right, good. And I knew his corner would be able to communicate with him a lot better than in a big arena. So I was like, damn. So all right, I was like, this is fight of the night worthy. I was like, he obviously wants to knock me out. I want to knock him out. This is the finished business, and that's what it was. Even in the fight, like I was the guy I was rocking him more. Like his knees touch the canvas, and in boxing, if you do that, that's an 8 count. So I felt like I had him rocked more. He was stumbling more. You know, um, so I felt like, I got the win, but it was cool to have the fight of the night. And that's what I wanted. I was like, I obviously wanted fight of the night, but even, they give the bonus, they'll give you like, hey, you got the knockout of the night and and the other bonus fight of the night. So I was still trying to get that finish, do the extra stuff, and that's what I said in other interviews. I was like, man, it's either, he gets knocked out or I get knocked out, or we're gonna have fight of the night. And that's what it was.
Bro, and I think that's a beautiful way to put it. I've told so many of my buddies that, me personally, man, I trained jujitsu. I did kickboxing for a good minute. Then I got on TV and they said no kickboxing. The face can't be messed up. And I really what I've realized is, for fighters like yourself who are maybe on the outside looking in of these rankings, Dana White has said it before. You can't just, for lack of a better word, just sandbag yourself into a fight. You have to make a name for yourself. You have to make a statement. And you've done that. You've made statements. And I know you said you were 10-6. You were thinking about retiring. But I want to give you credit, give you your flowers, and say, man, when the pressure was on, you showed up. Because every fight then, Cage Warriors, LFA, UFC, win, 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 win. Tell me, what is that a credit to most? How did you do that? And when you were so down, at 10-6, 6-fight winning streak in the biggest organizations, what do you credit that most to?
Man, it's just finding the right people to give you that motivation. Like I was a loner. Like I wanted to stay alone. I was like, what, I could do it by myself. I could train with these guys and stuff like that. And that's what I think kind of built some immaturity and ignorance, and I couldn't evolve as a fighter. So I felt like doing that really put me behind in a lot of things, of the maturity of being in the big shows. So I feel like things happen at the right time. And man, I instead of listening to myself and my negativity and the second thinking yourself, because that's natural, that's always gonna be natural. Even when things are going smooth, you're gonna be like, oh man, like something bad is gonna happen. But that I always, I looked at it as like, all right, we're gonna try new things. And I was like, you know what? Let me try to fix my mentality, because I was like, man, I'm athletic, I'm in shape, I've been doing this forever. Like I could be legit. So I did had to make legit decisions, and those legit decisions only led me to more victories and success out of the cage.
Absolutely. And you were talking a little bit about finding those people. I know you train at, I believe, at Elevation Fight Team. You mentioned earlier Gaethje. I mean, when I look at the roster of that gym, I'm surprised they don't have, a million-time world champions there. I mean, there's just so many great fighters. Tell me what it's like training amongst the elite of the elite, regardless of weight class. Tell me how awesome it is to be a part of that.
Man, it's great, dude. It's like man, I was like, oh shit, I earned this, like, and I didn't earn it like fighting bums or sandbagging. Like I did it like the legit way, and then doing it that way only gave me more respect from the guys, where they're giving me rounds. They're like, hey, this guy actually has potential. It kind of changes your status, right? You're like, oh damn, this guy's 3-0 in the UFC. Not a lot of guys have 3-fight win streak in the beginning of their contracts. So it was, they're like, oh, you're showing that you want it. I was trying to out show it in the room, like I wanted it more than Gaethje some of the rounds. I wanted it more than Corey Sandhagen. Like I did no matter what. I just wanted to be my own breed, and my own guy. I didn't want to chase nobody else. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make me and my own fighting style, my own thing, and hopefully it makes it. And man, it made it. And um being more involved with those kind of legends, man, it just feels great. I'm like, oh, I really worked for it. And it's obviously I'm not a fish with them. I'm not easy to beat up or anything. I'm glad that I give them something that they're gonna take out and really go work on.
Absolutely. And then when you look at your roster, you said earlier, you did do it the hard way. Whether it's Bryce Mitchell, Gregor Gillespie, Carl Deaton, who I've interviewed before, Yusuf Zalal, Trevor Peak, right? These are guys that are really good fighters. Some of which are in the top, 15 of the rankings. Some of which are just on the outside. But there's so many. Pat Sabatini's like very, very, good fighters. So I got a couple more for you. This is something that I want to ask as well. When you look at your resume, lots of people who UFC fans have seen, MMA fans have seen. I know you mentioned targeting a rematch with Bryce Mitchell, but I want to know what do you want next? What is something that really catches your eye when you visualize your career where you're at? What are some things you're visualizing? What are some things you're looking for?
Well, right now, like if I'm not fighting a ranked guy, I'm gonna stick to what's my contract worthy, even the opponent, if the opponent's a ranked guy, I want to change my contract and, obviously paid for those kind of fights, and to be honest, I can't really, like, I only chose Bryce because, like, it's just something for you guys or somebody else to talk about for the meantime. And the thing about that storyline, uh, I fought him when I was all fucked up. So I was like, you know what? Like, I want to fight him at my best, and I want to fight him at his best, And it's just because it's a competitiveness, It's like, oh, it was an awesome fight, Like I'm gonna remember that fight. And I know the guys that I beat right now, like these 28-year-olds and stuff, man, we maybe run it back again, And I'd be a fool to think, oh, we're never gonna run it back. Dude, some people are gonna want to see a rematch, a trilogy, like they do for all the other greats, Conor McGregor or Nate Diaz, everybody else, Justin Gaethje with Poirier, like some people want those fights, like I was never like, oh, I'm never gonna get a rematch anybody. Like, no, I was like, no, I'll see you later. Like I told Bryce, I'll see you later at that day, and look, we maybe see each other or maybe not. But I was all about, fighting anybody. That's why even like I took the Gregor Gillespie fight. I don't care. He's a national NCAA champion. I don't care. Like I just want to fight the best and really right now I'm kind of like in a different mentality of myself. I'm kind of remaking myself into, this champion that I want to be one day.
Yeah, that's a very beautiful way to put it, and it's something that you can definitely tell that that's something that you're really striving for. And when I was looking, I was doing my homework on yourself. I really enjoyed looking at the people you fought, man, because there's a lot of really solid people, bro, and it kind of proves the point where, like, in MMA in general, you don't have these boxing records or even some MMA records where they're 13, 14 and 0, but they fought people who are not even the top 100 in the class. You know what I mean? Like, you have fought a lot of very, very good guys, and so that's what's made it interesting. At even at 10-6 at one point, to be 16-6 now, it excites me to see, man, what's next for you. You told me where your contract's at, you're going to fight within that. I'm not going to ask for the details of your contract, but what I will say is, whenever it is time to fight these ranked contenders, which I would imagine would be next, are you looking forward to not only the bump, but are you also looking forward to the bump in competition as well?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, obviously, like, Volkanovski was the champion at the time, and I was analyzing fighting him all the time I sparred. Like, I was like, okay, well, if I fought Volkanovski, this is how I'm going to try to beat him. And there's not a lot of guys. Volkanovski's style, it's not like crazy. He switches his stance and stuff like that. But in my gym, people do that. Like, if you've seen my fight, I attacked at every angle. Southpaw, orthodox. I was switching my stance. I was showing that I'm a real mixed martial artist. I fight any angle, both sides of my brain. I can fight. And I know Volk probably doesn't have those things. So I'm like, you know what? On the advantage, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to, like, outstrike him or chop him up, anything like that. So I just always got ready for, like, the champions. Even now it's in Tempora, and Tempora he's a great boxer. Like, now I imagine how I got to be him, But then I'm like, okay, I got to take some steps back and let me see the top 15, top 10, and then chop those guys up and then fight, obviously, for a top contender or go for that title. Yeah, and that's the only way. That's the only way I think I would go. There's a lot of guys who go 6-0 in the UFC and get a title fight. It'd be cool to do that, 6 or 7-0 in the UFC, get a title fight. And yeah, man, that's what I imagine. I'm not trying to force anything either. Like, I want to get paid for these fights. I'm doing short notice. Yeah, like those 3 fights, I blessed a lot of guys. Like, I went to Trevor Peak's little area. He had 200 fans there. And I knew they you could tell when they're favoring somebody. And I was like, oh, well, Peak is good. He's a top prospect. I went in there, took care of business, and then nobody wanted to fight Jack all the way in Australia, on a pay-per-view card. So I was like, you know what? I'll take it. Let's go. And you could tell the first round it was, his. I could give it to him, but the second round I was turning it up. I was hitting him when he started tying up with me, and then I threw him. He got injured, but a win's a win, and I got that win, and then I did this for Morgan. Morgan was already in camp. His guys, got out. I guess nobody wanted to fight him, and I was like, let's go. I was like, I'm already down on weight. Different camp, but let's go. And I hope that you know just shows to the UFC and the matchmaking, like, oh, this guy's down to fight people, so let's get him in these right matchups and get paid for that those matchups.
Damien Bartonek on behalf of Fox West Texas and the official host of MMA Monday, the only MMA show in San Angelo. My man Damon Jackson is joining me today. Full head of hair, looking different, feeling different. Got a dub just last weekend. Man, DJ, it feels good to be talking to you and see you after a year of not having any conversation with you, man. So just tell me how life has been over this past year.
Man, it's been crazy, like nuts, like nuts. I just opened my gym last June, so I've been figuring things out with that, trying to like manage all that, and I've got that down pretty good. I'm about to open another gym, and been staying so busy with my girls and stuff, and it's just been a crazy year. But it was so nice to get in there and get a win. It was a good feeling for sure.
And it was a very tough fight against a guy. I know you before the fight were saying, you're not his biggest fan. I'm actually a friend of his. I'm a fan of yours. I was right in the middle. I felt like the stepchild in the middle, man. But it was a fantastic fight, and obviously you came out on top, man. Just tell me how it was when the announcer announced you won. What was like the first emotion that came to mind?
I really felt like I won the fight all the way around. And so when they said 30-27 him, I was like, what? It didn't make any sense. So I was like, that was questionable for sure. But like when I got the call, like when they said my name finally, I was amped up because whenever I fought Billy Q, I thought I won the fight too. So when they said like they were like announcing the winner, I was like trying to lift my hand up, and the referee kept my hand down low, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? So it was just nice to get that win. It's been the craziest year for me, like just like crazy. So just so nice to get in there and like have that feeling back. I don't not like Alex. The thing is, like, so people took that the wrong way. Like when he fought Cowboy Cerrone years back, Cowboy did a couple of seminars at my gym, and so I knew him kind of like on a personal level a little bit on like at that time. And whenever they fought, I was like, oh, I don't like this guy because he was talking mad shit about Cowboy.
Yeah.
But then Cowboy beat him, and it was like whatever. And like besides that, like I don't know him at all. Like I don't know him at all. But whatever. We never had any problems when we were at the PI. We were around each other a few times, and I don't have a problem with them.
Yeah. Well, man, I would figure you guys would actually get along well. You guys are both really into fitness. Obviously love your craft. He looks like he's never had Whataburger. I know you never have. So yeah, trust me, you guys do have some common interests. But fantastic fight, and I was very happy for you, just as a fan, because I know you've done a lot. You've been through a lot. You had a 2-loss skid, and I felt like you really this win was just really, really big for you. I was very, very happy for you. I know you said you opened up your gym, man. Tell me a little bit about that, bro. Tell me how awesome that was for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like one of those things. Like everybody talks about it. Like all the fighters, they're always like, "I want to open a gym one day, or I want to do this one day, or I want to do whatever." So like to actually get it done, it took so much work that I'd never done before. Because like I know how to run a gym, I know how to like teach classes, I know how to do all that stuff. But like to get things lined up, as far as like the LLC, going through all the business stuff and the financing and everything, get everything lined up. It was such a cool learning experience, and it's shown me a lot. It's shown me that like once I'm done fighting, I'll be okay. Like it's like a lot of these guys don't really know what to do when they're done fighting. They don't know. Then they start training people, or then they start trying to work out or whatever. And for me, it's like this has been my world since I was 15. So this is like what this is what I'm built for sure.
Yeah, and I definitely know you are. I've seen you post on social media thousands of times. You're at the wrestling gym, the local wrestling gym, helping out the kids and stuff like that. It's a very beautiful thing to see. I just got 2 more for you. I love the hair. I love the style and everything like that. It looks full. It looks great. But something that was a little bit more special than the fresh set of hair, obviously, was that win. And I want to know, throughout this last year, man, you said you've learned a lot. You've been through a lot. What's the one thing that's really stuck out to you that you've learned throughout this last year?
Man, consistency really pays off, and it's something that like you kind of get overwhelmed whenever you get in the mix of like all the bullshit with like with life, period. But like consistency, whatever you put consistent work in, it's gonna pay off. And it's like this year has really taught me that like more than ever. And I've grown so much, like so much. I can do like what I'm doing right now. Like I feel like I could fight for another 10 years. Like no joke. I feel like my body's like feels great. My mind's great. Financially, like I'm going through the roof right now. So it's like everything's clicking right now, and it's like I'm just feel like I'm getting started, man. And it's super motivating to know that all the years of bullshit are like kind of paying off now. So it's like it makes me happy to see, because it's hard to get there, man. It's hard to get in that position where you feel like things are going good for you. And but it's like that consistency really pays off.
Absolutely. My last one for you, man. You're one of the a few fighters that represent Texas, man. Obviously, we're based out of West Texas. Tell me, man, that sense of pride, man, that Texas pride you have walking in that cage every time you go in there.
Man, just like I would die. Like I would love to freaking fight in freaking Dallas or Houston or San Antonio. Like I'm just dying for that card, man. I would just love it, but I have so much pride going in because it's like a lot of the guys that are in the UFC making their headlines right now are guys that I kind of grew up with on that local circuit, and so to see everybody clicking right now and to see Texas doing so well in the MMA scene, it's been amazing. And we've got so much more to prove at Florida this year. We had a rough year last year, but this has been a good year for us so far, and we just want to keep that ball rolling.